You know that device in your hand, or the one sitting on your desk right now. It feels pretty normal, right? But what if I told you that underneath all that glass and metal, it's hiding a set of secret superpowers? Powers that have, no joke, completely reshaped our world. So, what are they? Let's dive in. So, what is it? What's the secret sauce that gives your phone or laptop these incredible abilities? It's so easy to just take it all for granted, but the magic we see every single day is actually built on a handful of really key principles. Let's break them down. Okay, to really get a grip on these superpowers, we have to start right here with the basics. At its absolute core, a computer is just a machine that processes information. But, and this is the important part, it's the way it processes that info with just mind-blowing speed and accuracy that unlocks everything else. All right, first up, let's talk about the engine. This is all about raw power and precision. These are the fundamental traits that make a computer way, way faster and more exact than any human could ever hope to be. The most famous superpower is, of course, speed. But we're not just talking about, being fast. Computers operate on a timescale that is almost impossible for our brains to really process. To try and put that into perspective, a modern CPU can handle billions of instructions every single second. That's billions of calculations and decisions happening in the time it takes you to blink. It's a level of speed that just completely changes the game. But listen, speed without accuracy, that's just chaos. So a computer's second superpower is that it does all these billions of things with almost perfect precision. Think about it. A computer doesn't make math errors. It just doesn't. When things go wrong, it's almost always because of a human mistake somewhere down the line, like bad code or the wrong data. The machine itself, it does exactly what it's told, perfectly. Now, the last piece of this performance engine is multitasking, because it's not just about doing one thing really fast. It's about doing tons of complicated things all at the same time. Just think about how you use your computer. You probably have music playing, a big file downloading in the background, a bunch of browser tabs open, and you're editing a document, all at once. A computer just handles that whole complex dance without breaking a sweat. Okay, next up, let's look at how computers just completely overcome the limitations that make us, well, human. This is what I like to call the tireless assistant, the set of traits that makes it the most reliable worker you could ever imagine. So, in this section, we're going to cover 4 key ideas. It's incredible diligence, the magic of automation, and then 2 that are really important to understand together: reliability and consistency. First on the list is diligence, and this is a really simple but profound concept. Computers just do not get tired. I mean, imagine you had to process the payroll for a company with thousands of employees. A person would eventually get tired, bored, and start making mistakes. But a computer, it'll do the 1,000th calculation with the exact same focus and precision as the very first one. And that relentless diligence is what makes the next superpower possible: automation. This is where you can give a computer a whole complicated list of things to do, and then just walk away while it gets the job done. A perfect real-world example of this is an ATM. You start the process, sure, but then the machine takes over. It checks your balance, it verifies your PIN, it dispenses the cash. It's a whole sequence of steps that just works, automatically, every single time. Now, let's talk about 2 words that sound kind of similar but are actually super different: reliability and consistency. Reliability is the big picture. It means you can trust a system to work predictably over the long haul, like a banking system that you trust not to just crash. Consistency is way more specific. It means for the exact same input, you will always get the exact same output. Every time you type 2 + 2 into a calculator, you know with 100% certainty the answer is going to be 4. Okay, so what do we have? A super fast, super accurate, tireless worker. But what makes it truly revolutionary is its ability to be a universal tool. It's one device that can become pretty much whatever we need it to be. And that right there brings us to versatility. This is the superpower of adaptability. A hammer is only good for one thing, right? Hitting nails. But a computer can completely transform itself to do a nearly infinite number of different jobs. And this is what makes a computer so incredibly powerful. The very same device you use to do serious work, like typing up a report, is the one you use to kick back and play a game or to get creative and make animations. It's a calculator, a TV, a library, and a canvas all rolled into one little box.
Of course, to be that versatile, a computer needs a place to keep all of its different tools and all of your information. And that leads us to its massive capacity for storage. And the scale we're talking about here is just staggering. A typical computer these days can store the equivalent of millions of pages of documents. We're talking entire libraries of information that you can access in an instant.
And the final superpower is the one that ties everything else together. I mean, one powerful computer is pretty cool, right? But what about billions of them, all talking to each other? Well, that's what built the modern world. This is the power of communication, the very foundation of the internet, email, everything we think of as being online.
Okay, so let's step back and put this all together. When you combine all of these different powers, what do you really get? Here they are, all 10 characteristics, all in one place. You've got speed and accuracy, diligence and communication. See, it's not any single one of these traits that makes a computer so powerful. It's the way they all combine and work together that creates this absolutely essential tool that we all rely on every single day.
So, I want to leave you with this one thought. Every single one of these 10 traits is getting better, faster, and stronger, year after year. Computers are getting faster, they're becoming more versatile, and they're getting way better at communicating. So the really important question isn't just what a computer is today, but what it will become tomorrow, and what that's going to mean for all of us.